We're going to play a little game called Are They Lying? It's one of our absolute favorite Combine games. Stu, maybe a little game show music for that one. Thank you. Stu and I share a brain because this is generally lying season in the NFL.
Oh, my gosh. Nothing is a bigger lying season than draft. But now it sort of goes into free agency, too. So nobody's telling the truth.
No, it's one big ball of lies. And that's why Perloff and I have to be here to tell everyone, are they lying, or somehow is there a kernel or shred of truth here? Okay, so let's start with just what we've heard today. Let's hear from Jets general manager Joe Douglas. We know the Jets are in the market for a veteran quarterback, but he was asked about Zach Wilson.
Again, our stance on Zach hasn't changed. You know, we feel like Zach has a very high ceiling. Obviously, the first 2 years haven't played out the way that anybody's hoped. In my time in the league, I've found that when players love this game and when players work their tails off, they usually hit their ceiling. And so I feel like Zach definitely has those traits.
Perloff, is Joe Douglas lying?
Oh, yeah. Again. In fact, this is the third time he's told that lie. I do not see him believing in Zach Wilson based on the fact that they're all in on Rodgers and Carr.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek Carr is not Aaron Rodgers. Derek Carr has a future. There's no way you could be impressed with Derek Carr and still be into Zach Wilson. Is there?
No, this is 100% lie. And I also don't know if I believe that Zach Wilson actually loves football. I mean, it wasn't, if you really love football, right? You really love it. Does your head coach tell you, go sit on a beach somewhere and read a book? I mean, I don't think so. I think they would say, I know it's going to be impossible to keep you out of the film room. You know, all of this screams 100% total and utter lie.
I don't know if I believe that either, that if you put in the maximum effort, you're going to be a good football player. Most draft picks are busts. I mean, overwhelming majority of them, and they probably work really hard. That sounds like a line.
How many lies were in that one statement?
Yeah, I love Joe Douglas, but sorry, you're clearly fibbing here.
Okay. Our next one, let's hear from 49ers general manager John Lynch. Now, we know Kyle Shanahan and the coaching staff decided not to come to the scouting combine, so we will not hear from him. But John Lynch was asked about who else? Jimmy Garoppolo and his future in San Fran.
Jimmy's been tremendous for us. You know, a lot of people want to talk about what we didn't accomplish with him. What I know is we won a lot of football games with Jimmy. We admire his toughness. We admire the teammate that he was. I do believe that it's probably run its course, but Jimmy's going to go play good football for someone.
Please stop lying. We know that Jimmy Garoppolo is never leaving San Francisco. You know it. We know it. This is all just a bold-faced lie. Why do they continue to lie to themselves and to us?
Well, that's not 100% lie because he said probably run its course. So even he's admitting probably. He didn't say it's definitely run its course. So I'm going to give him telling the truth here because the only thing that's truthful is that he's leaving a window. No, I think he is telling the truth in this moment. But if you actually pull back, depending on how much money Garoppolo wants.
Yeah.
Is there a better fit football-wise for him than San Francisco? They need a veteran quarterback. He knows how to play in Kyle Shanahan's offense.
Prof, it doesn't,
run it back, Maggie.
It doesn't matter what the number is. They'll find a way to pay it. Like, they'll find a way to keep Garoppolo.
Okay, so there's no logic. There's just love here.
No, I mean, the idea that you're going to go into the season with Brock Purdy coming off of potentially a UCL surgery, which he hasn't even had yet, elbow surgery, and then you're going to go in with Trey Lance, who started 4 NFL games and got hurt in 2 of them. That doesn't seem like the answer. Garoppolo, it's okay. Just keep your bags unpacked.
I think Garoppolo wants 3 years, $100 million, or 3 years, $125 million.
Pay him, whatever.
I don't know if the Niners want to do that. Obviously, they don't want to do that, and I think I know why.
Yeah, because he gets hurt all the time.
He gets hurt all the time.
I know, but that's the problem with all of their quarterbacks. They all get hurt all the time. So you need they need 4 quarterbacks minimum to make it through the season.
You can't have 3 $100 million quarterbacks on your roster. I know the cap is.
Who are the other $200 million?
Well, eventually you're going to have to pay Lance or Purdy or somebody else.
That's tomorrow's problem. That's not my problem today. Okay, let's move on. Here is Pete Carroll, known combine liar, may I just say, told us last year Russell Wilson wasn't going anywhere. I don't want to sway the opinion before we even hear the comment.
Lie coming.
Here's Pete Carroll talking about his relationship with Russell Wilson in the wake of the big athletic expose that said that Wilson tried to get Pete Carroll fired.
I'm always going to hang with him, and I'm never going to leave him. And I'm going to be there at the end of all of the good stuff and all of the bad stuff. I'm going to still be there. And so that's it. You know, I'm hanging. Regardless of what has happened or has taken place or the things that have been said at all, if you hang with him, it all comes back around. So I'm good.
I can't accuse him of lying because I don't know what the heck he's talking about. What is that? I'm going to hang with him. Like they're going to hang out and go get coffee? What the heck is he talking about?
You're right. I think it's a technicality. I think if Russell Wilson calls Pete Carroll, like, he's picking up the phone.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he's, like, they're not doing dinner.
I don't know. If he does ask him to dinner, Carroll's already committed to hang with him, Maggie. So they're going to hang.
I'm hanging with him.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, want to hang? And we'll watch some TV, maybe order some food?
No.
I'm hanging with him. He said he's hanging with him.
That's got last minute, sorry something came up, written all over it.
No, I think hanging, he never said that. He could have said, Russ is my guy. I just really appreciate him playing. And like, I love Russell Wilson. Instead, he said, through the good and the bad, I'm hanging with him. That is, so I think he's not lying because he's basically not saying anything nice about him.
It's like, you can put him down as the emergency contact. I guess I'll bail him out of jail. Is that, if that ever came down to it?
You know, I'm hanging.
I'm hanging.
You know, quarterbacks and coaches throughout NFL history always fight. It's a long history. Yeah. Terry Bradshaw and Chuck Noll didn't get along. Eventually, they come back together.
Yeah, Belichick and Brady. I'm sure
Phil
a lot Sims, Bill Parcells.
Yeah, eventually they'll be fine, right? In 5 years, Russell Wilson will be doing Russell Wilson things.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Wilson probably has a little more repairing to do than Pete Carroll.
Oh, because he tried to get him fired?
Well, allegedly.
And by the way, he had every right to get him fired. That offense was terrible at the end under Seattle. Not to get him fired. It was time to move on.
I know. It's a hell of a power play, though. And the fact that you went to, allegedly, according to the article, you went to the team owners, asked to get Carroll and the GM fired, and then a week later you were traded. It's like, that's a big L in the power play.
Not really.
Conversation.
He came on, his agent came on the Dan Patrick Show the year before, and he basically said off air, Russell wants out of there so bad. He's like, this offense is so archaic. Now, it turned out that he went to the wrong offense.
Yeah.
I get it. They would hand off every first down and second down.
No, but you understand, like, Russell tried to make the power play, and ownership picked Pete Carroll.
The year before,
over the quarterback.
Russell won out. He wanted to get traded, and they couldn't find a partner for him. So he was stuck there. He was a 3-year process. He wanted out so bad. He wanted to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do it. So he's like, you got to fire this coach. Him and Carroll weren't getting along.
Maybe that was like his Costanza, you know? He was trying to get fired and get traded so bad. He's like, you got to fire Carroll and Schneider. Actually, Kevin Durant just did the same thing, right? One or the other.
Yeah, but I mean, Russell had 4 teams. He actually gave them the teams.
Oh, I remember the Bears were one of them. It was like, wow, you really want to get out of there.
Brady wanted the Bears, too. It was weird.
Don't get it.
But anyway, I think that Russ had every right to want to get out of there because it was not where were they going?
Well, apparently the playoffs, because that's where they went last year with Geno Smith. I mean,
is there a franchise with less hope than the Seahawks right now?
Oh, I don't look at them that way. They still got draft picks. They got all the Denver's draft picks.
Yeah, that's true. They have draft. Yeah, that's a good point. But I don't understand. They had a great draft picks.
They've got good wide receivers. They've got a good running back in Kenneth Walker. The defense needs a lot of help.
I saw their Super Bowl odds. They're 25th in the league.
That's not good. Okay, let's get to our last Are They Lying? This one just came in. Rand Carthon is the new general manager for the Tennessee Titans. Had this to say about Ryan Tannehill.
I mean, Ryan's done a great job. Ryan's won a lot of football games, as you guys know. So he's under contract. I'm excited about moving forward with him. And, I know everybody wants to make a big deal, out of the quarterback position and whether he will or won't be here. But you guys just have to accept the fact that Ryan is under contract, for us. And right now he's a Titan and he will be a Titan.
Ooh, the right now. Oh, dead giveaway. Rand, this is your first one of these, isn't it? First time in the big seat. Showing it.
So he wants out. Okay.
Definitely. When you hit the right now, whenever you caveat, he's our quarterback right now. You basically dead giveaway.
When you hit he's under contract, it's like, we're stuck with him. We can't really do anything with him, so we might as well just keep him.
Yeah. I mean, that had all of it in there. has won a lot of games for us. Exactly what everyone says about veteran quarterbacks. It's like, well, he lost a couple high-profile ones for you, too.
Right now, he's a Titan, and he will be a Titan.
Yeah.
So they
Listen, great amount of curve. It was his first one.
well,
It's
I
Ran
think-
Carthon's first time.
No, I think he said exactly what we wanted to say. He has two issues here. So I'm reading now. They save $18 million in cap if they cut him now, but if they wait till June 1st, they save $28 million in cap. So any article on who's the most likely cap casualty, Ryan Tannehill's number one. So they have to cut him. Here's a question: they're going to cut him? Do you restructure something with him?
Yeah, who's going to be your quarterback in Tennessee? Malik Willis was not ready.
But aren't you ready to move on? He's 35.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going anywhere with Tannehill.
Right, so you would start. I would kind of start over. Let Tannehill go to the Jets or something.
And the Tennessee has the 11th pick.
Great. I mean, it might be
You're
hard
going to have to trade up.
It might be hard to get a quarterback there. Maybe take a late fly. That's tough. Get a bridge quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
Well, your bridge might as well, I guess, be Tannehill.
Well, no, because Tannehill, you have to figure out a contract with Tannehill. You're not paying him $36 million next year, are you?
No, that's outrageous. That's no good. You also
So you
just
have to-
lost your left tackle in Taylor Lewan.
You have to play hardball with Ryan Tannehill. So basically, he's basically sending a message saying, we're cutting you. Right there. We all know GM speak. So he told Tannehill's people, hey, if you want to be on this team, bring
take
back
a
a
pay cut.
small number.
Yeah.
But I don't even know. At 35, do you want Tannehill?
I do not. Couldn't finish the season, wasn't healthy. And unfortunately for Malik Willis, this was not a ringing endorsement that they had to bring in Josh Johnson 4 days before a do-or-die game. Josh Dobbs.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. San Francisco brought in Josh Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know what to do there. You're right. Malik is definitely not ready. That's a tough spot. Yeah, I guess get Tannehill in for cheap.
How about Titans sneaky tank contender? It's tough in that division.
I don't
Jacksonville is definitely not going to be tanking. Indianapolis, I don't think so. I think they're gonna draft a quarterback, and they're up high enough because Indy's picking 4th.
It feels like
maybe that's a sneaky tank situation.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? Mike Vrabel's now got more power, right? Because the other GM got fired, and now Vrabel's there. No head coach wants to tank because those losses go on the record.
Well, they have a couple stars too. I mean, they have Derrick Henry and Jeffrey Simmons, and I think they're keeping Henry. I think he's back next year. They're not going to tank with Derrick Henry there. I mean,
they didn't win a lot of games with Henry this year.
Yeah, they were 7-3, or weren't they?
They're 7-10.
Yeah, weren't they? Did they lose their last 6 or 7 games?
They lost their last 7 games.
Yeah, so they were fine, and then the injury bug hit, and everything fell apart. Did Henry get hurt? I know Tannehill got hurt. I mean, are they the favorite to win that division right now, or I guess the Jags?
No, Jags would be.
They've won it 3 out of the last 4 times.
Who are the other sneaky, not so sneaky tank situations? The tank for Caleb Williams or the tank for Drake May? You're Houston. You're already picking 2nd, so you really can't do this again.
Oh yeah.
Could you do this again?
Well, if they don't want Bryce Young, I don't think they're going to take a quarterback.
Okay. I mean, Arizona's not tanking. Could Indy be a tanking?
Because they need to draft a young guy just to mix it up.